Beneath the Pentagon, America's hidden World War II fortress you were never meant to see. The most powerful military building on Earth didn't rise from fear of bombs. It rose from chaos, urgency, and a war that was swallowing the planet whole. And what lies beneath it is even more telling than what stands above. This isn't just concrete and corridors. This is World War II pressure, poured into steel, secrecy, and speed. Welcome to the Pentagon. And more importantly, what was built under it? Over 13,000 workers, around-the-clock shifts, no luxury, no decoration, function over beauty. Every wall screamed urgency. But what made it truly different wasn't just its size. It was what planners expected next. The war they prepared for underground. World War II taught, well, some brutal lessons early on. Cities burned, command centers vanished overnight. Air power, changed everything. If leadership couldn't survive, victory didn't matter. So, beneath the Pentagon, engineers created a world designed to keep functioning even if the surface failed. Thick, reinforced concrete, deep foundations, protected utilities, secure communication tunnels, emergency power systems, redundant water supplies. This wasn't paranoia. It was experience. Europe had already shown what modern war could do to unprotected command hubs. The Pentagon was meant to stay alive, even if Washington didn't. A building designed to keep thinking under fire. The Pentagon's five-sided design wasn't about symbolism, it was about speed. No office was more than a short walk from another. Messages moved faster by foot than by phone in many cases. Underground corridors mirrored that philosophy. Clear, direct, efficient. Beneath the surface, the building housed secure planning rooms, communication infrastructure, and protected spaces where leadership could operate without interruption. This wasn't a shelter for civilians. It was a brain stem, built to keep the war machine thinking, planning, adapting. And it worked. During World War II, decisions that shaped entire campaigns flowed through those halls. Logistics for Europe, strategy for the Pacific, industrial coordination that outproduced the Axis powers at, well, just staggering speed. None of that happens without a nerve center that can't be silenced. Speed was the ultimate secret weapon. Here's the part that, honestly, still shocks engineers today. The Pentagon wasn't just built fast. It was built while designs were still changing. Workers poured concrete while blueprints were being updated. Mistakes were corrected on the fly. Entire sections were redesigned mid-construction. That kind of speed is, pretty much unheard of now. But World War II didn't allow hesitation. The underground systems followed the same rule. Practical, redundant, no wasted space, no unnecessary ornamentation. If it didn't serve survival or command, it didn't exist. That mindset is, well, a lost art today. And it's one modern preparedness culture keeps rediscovering the hard way. Lessons hidden beneath the concrete. The Pentagon teaches something modern survival culture often misses. Preparedness isn't about gadgets, it's about continuity. Power fails, you need backup. Communication breaks, you need alternatives. Leadership targeted, you need protection and redundancy. World War II planners understood this instinctively. They didn't chase perfection. They chased resilience. That's why the Pentagon still functions decades later, upgraded, expanded, reinforced, but never fundamentally replaced, because the core idea was right. Survive first, operate second, win third. The psychological power of an unbroken command. There's another layer here people rarely talk about. Morale. Knowing your command center still stands changes everything. It reassures allies, it stabilizes leadership, it sends a message to enemies that decapitation won't work. During World War II, that mattered deeply. The Pentagon wasn't just a building, it was a statement. You can bomb cities, you can sink fleets, but you won't silence the mind behind the war effort. That confidence shaped decisions far beyond Washington. Why this still matters today? You know, we live in a world that's just obsessed with visible power. Missiles, drones, screens. But honestly, real strength is quiet, it's buried, it's redundant. World War II forced that lesson into existence. And, well, history keeps proving it right. Every crisis since then has echoed the same truth. If you want to endure the storm, build for the aftermath. Final thoughts from the storm front. The Pentagon wasn't born from arrogance. It was born from urgency, from hard lessons paid for in blood across Europe, Africa, and the Pacific. And beneath its concrete floors lies a philosophy the modern world desperately needs to remember. Preparation beats reaction. Structure beats chaos. Continuity beats collapse. That's the real secret buried under the Pentagon. If this deep dive sharpened your perspective on history and survival, make sure you subscribe to The Scars of a Global Storm Fronts. Share this video with someone who thinks preparedness is just about gear. And stay with us, because history still has scars worth uncovering.